those little hits that you're getting. So I'm open to everything. I believe in anything and everything because we are only as smart as medicine, technology, religion, science, politics allows us to be in this moment. So when people say, well, that's not possible, then I'll say, go watch your sci-fi movies. Because whatever's in your sci-fi movies, that is your next reality. That is your future. So our brains and our bodies are very capable of doing everything.
Wow. Do you believe in angel numbers? The 1111s, the 444s,
Those
the
are my
3.
numbers, 1111.
I always see the 333
Mhm.
and then the 1111.
So these are all what I call little hits. Again, these are signs. These are little signals for you to pay attention. And if you start opening to a belief in that, then you'll see them a lot. And so that's how you can actually start manifesting things a little bit faster, because you can ask for signs. God got us all that there is, all angels, all guides, those that are transitioned on, whatever you want to call it. You can ask for those as signs that is coming to you. The other thing to make sure that if you're going to start manifesting and putting thoughts into your mind of goals or dreams and desires that you want to have, also make sure that you give it a time frame. Remember that SMART approach? Give it a time frame, because if you say, I want that brand new red shiny convertible Corvette, but you don't give it a time frame, your subconscious mind will say, okay, I'll get it to you in about 50 years.
So do you have to say the time to the universe too? Do you have to say it, or do you have to like put a vision board?
Same thing. It's all the same thing. So you can verbally say it, remember. You can write it down. By the way, when you write things down, not typing it, but when you write things down, this is an idiomotor response, goes directly to your subconscious mind. So if you're going to write down your dreams, your affirmations, then write it out and give it a date, a time frame, maybe 6 months from now. But you have to say December 12th, 2024, I will have received $50,000 in my bank account. So make it very literal. Your subconscious is like a child, so make it so simple and easy for it to understand. Don't you say, oh my God, I hope I get $50,000. I hope it comes to me someday.
Why is our child's our inner child? No, I mixed it. Why is our subconscious mind so young?
Because it doesn't think, it doesn't use logic or reason. It's those first 8 or 9 years of your life. It's what's imprinted in there. It's your program, your initial programs.
The 90%. Oh my
and it
gosh.
accumulates over time, but those first 8 or 9 years are everything that you experience.
What if there's a lot of trauma in there?
Then that becomes your program.
Oof.
That becomes your belief system. And that's one of the hardest things when people come in and talk to me about your subconscious mind, and when there is so much trauma or drama or abuse and so forth, they come in and say, well, I didn't ask for this. I didn't come here to have this in my life. Why me? Why do all these bad things keep happening to me? And I have some people right now that I'm working with, and I'll stay in relationships right now. I'll just keep this very general. But I have clients that continue to pick the same type of person over and over and over again. And then they're like, oh, there's not enough good women out there. There's no good men out there.
I attract this type. That's what I have.
I get all the bad ones. Yeah, because your mind comes back and says, well, what was the very first one that you had that was significant, that made a difference in your life? And if that very first relationship that you had was not the best person or the best relationship, your mind doesn't have anything else to compare it to. So the next one's going to go, next relationship, and maybe the first relationship was in when you were young. Maybe you were just a teenager, right? Or you're in school and you just started dating. Well, it
Wow.
depends on if that first dating experience was good or not.
And that programs you
Mhm.
and gets you ready for the next. And then
And so it's called a gestalt. That's your very first core association. And then everything along the line comes back to that core and says, well, how did I deal with it then? What do I know about this relationship stuff? Oh, let me get something similar to it. Here's apples. I'm used to having apples. Let me get some more apples. Oh, well, let me get some more apples. There's no pineapple in here. We just had apples. And maybe you want to have a pineapple,
and how
but
do you
you've
get
had all these bad apples along the line. You got to break your cycle. You got to catch it. You got to, like you said,
be conscious
trust
of
your
it?
intuition, your gut instinct. And you go in, we all go into relationships. We all go into experiencing knowing what the outcome is going to be.
We are